know, you people that like the simple pedals. I like a simple pedal because it's technically a simpler video, unless it's something that makes amps betterer, and then I have to send it into tons of amps. So, you know, hey, you're going to look at the pedal like I did, and you're going to say, oh, that's a boost. Why? Because, well, it's got a knob, and usually boosts have a knob, but I don't think it is boost. It's a pure Class A transistor-based gain stage that provides the characteristics and saturation of the input section of a valve amplifier. So it's a gaininator, but with very little controls. So this is what it is. It's the Stonewall, what's the thing? Stage 1. Well, because it's, you know, stage 1 of a, and so on. Pure Class A, all that stuff. Who cares? It does drive, and it is great to get a clean sound to be a little bit less clean. Pretty much where it's set right now. And to take a gainy amp and make it more gainy in a nice way. It definitely has its characteristic, and that's neat. If you know, oh, this thing sounds like that, then it's great to just go to that thing for the one thing that you want it for. So in the end, this is a very super high quality knob because it definitely turns really sturdy. It's one of those rubbery plasticky knobs. Generally, I like what I see. Build quality is really high. We have a smaller pedal, which you can see from all the camera angles where you see, it's just my hand, and my hand's not big. Input, output, 9 volt is under the input, which I don't like too much, but, well, at least it's not on top here, so therefore we're not sacrificing 3 sides. You have the 12 dB up to 30 dB. I want to shy away from saying boost because it's not a boost pedal. By saying 12 dB, 30 dB, you're led to believe this is a boost, but it is a drive in itself. So this should have just been, I think, gain. Why do I care how many dBs it is? It's made, if I get this correctly, because I got it from Denmark. Each unit is hand assembled and acoustically and electronically tested. I think it's from Denmark. That's what I think. So you tweak it here. These aren't just EQ curves. They kind of change the way the preamp behaves. But you want more brightness. Obviously, you click in the brightness. You want it to be tighter in front of a more high gain amp. Well, there you go. So we're going to start down here into the Tone King Sky King with a 412 creamback loaded cab, as always. And this is my trusty PT from Schecter Custom Shop. God damn it, is a good guitar. It's the Nick Johnston signature with a wangy neck, locking tuners. It's Custom Shop. It's a high-end guitar, and it's beautiful. And I picked it for this because we have single coil sounds, kind of really cool. And I want to show, because this is a thicker pedal, how you can use it with a bridge single coil, but also we have a Humvee, and in the middle we have the Combi. So we're going to start here with my sound, and that's it. The Tone King Sky King. And we turn this on, and then we got this. And to me, that's dark. That's darker. That's woolly. So maybe we want to immediately go to the bright. At the edge, around the edge of Ice Picky. like that. And of course, if it's too as picky, take it to the normal mode, and then in the back, you immediately know where to go, and that rhymes. So right here, we're going to boost it a bit. No, not boost, we're going to gain it up a bit. So with the clean amp, this is how far we can go. And actually, if you had humbuckers, you can go a little bit further. You can get a nice power chord thickness. This is a little bit, biting. And the character I was talking about is that honky mid-range that it immediately hones in on. So the question is, how does it behave in different amps? We're going to go into different amps. We're going to go into the RedSeven Duality 100, which I've got set up on the vintage channel, the thing on the top left there. Got a pretty thick low end. In this case, it actually does feel like it retains the quality of the amp and just gives me more of it. The Hamstead Artist 60, let's go there. That should be... it clearly is your instant leadifier, especially if your amp is already on the edge of breakup. You have that on the board, you know what it does. Step on that shit, done. Let's see what the switches do. We're moving on into the Artesound Vibrosound II, which is right now on the FET setting, so it's kind of dumble-esque. It adds to that amp. I'm going to go into the Morgan MVP66, which is a JTM-ish kind of a beast from my friend Joe Morgan. And so on. Yeah, that's a combination made in heaven. That amp with that much gain would usually turn out to be kind of squishy and not very responsive, but with the stage 1, it gets very responsive. Well, it's also single core, but still. The Mini Plexi by the Marshall people. Works beautifully with that. So the especially the JTM, the Plexi, those classic amps work amazing. Let's see how it works in the AC20 from Morgan, which is Voxish. elevates that sound into the mids and focuses on its particular tone. We're gonna go into two more, which is the JCM800. We should have that cranked. Welcome to the cranky JCM. Mid-honk. And the Orange Rockerverb 50. Has a lot of gain already. Okay, let's get to the bottom line. Make this big. Thank you very much, Leslie. Leslie's switching up there. It's very simple. I mean, look at it. It's got a friggin' knob and two switches. But the thing is, with a few exceptions here or there, like when it comes to the clean sound on the Tone King, for example, on the humbucker position, it's getting a little bit too dark, but then the brightness can actually help with that. And you don't want to make a clean sound with it. You want to make a, elevated cleans with some grit in it. As I said, with a few exceptions, it almost always made the amp better. It made more of the amp. It was more fun. It was, especially on the Orange. Did I need the extra gain? Yes and no. But that mid-focus was beautiful, and that tightness that came in, it was more fun to play. It was more fun to play the JCM. It was more fun to play actually most of them. And isn't that why we buy pedals? Fun. And just more is more, as Malmsteen said. It's a new company. Think they're from Denmark. What do I know? Link to their website. They're called Stonewall. This is the first and only pedal so far. It's the stage one. It's freaking simple, but it's a labor of love from people like you, people that like pedals and that want to fiddle around. And they're like, oh no, we're looking for this one thing that makes us super happy. And they created a thing that makes them happy. And then they say, well, if it makes us happy, maybe it makes other people happy. This is not a company built out of, we want to be rich and start a new conglomerate of pedals. And that's how it should be. We do this out of passion. So a company that creates something out of passion will very likely create a good product. And I was misled. I was like, well, it's a boost, but it's not. It's a one knob gain thing with simple EQ tweaky controls. Enough said about such a simple pedal. Check it out. Links below. You can, I think, pre-order it or order it from their website. What do I know? You figure it out. Thanks for commissioning this video. This was commissioned by Stonewall Effects, or just Stonewall, or Mr. Stonewall. Stony, I call him Stony. Maybe he's from Estonia. I see myself out. Animals at the end.